Is the Earth unique in the vast universe? Is human civilization just an accident? What is the magic of this jade on our Earth? Among the 8 planets in our solar system, the Earth's orbital language is almost similar. The temperature difference between apogee and perihelion is also smaller. It is this link that allows life on Earth to grow steadily. Second, there is a suitable magnetic field and atmosphere on Earth. Because of the magnetic field, the Earth is able to withstand the clarity of solar storms. This is despite the fact that 7 of the 8 planets have magnetic fields. But the magnetic fields of these planets are either too strong or too weak. Only the Earth's magnetic field and atmosphere can protect life on Earth. Third, there is a stable water resource on the planet. This is fundamental to our survival on Earth. Whereas, in nature, the density of ice happens to be less than that of liquid water. In the past 4.6 billion years, the Earth has experienced several ice ages. Suppose the density of ice is not greater than that of water. The ice then sinks to the bottom of the sea, causing the temperature to drop dramatically. Marine life may not be born either. It's like Mars, which is also located in a belt. Due to being in a frozen state. Too cold. So it can't give birth to life at all. And in our solar system, there are more than 500,000 asteroids between Mars and Jupiter. These asteroids are all dangerous for Earth. And it is the presence of Jupiter, the gravitational force it produces, stabilized the asteroid between Mars and Jupiter. It was in 1994. There was a comet called SL9 that hit Jupiter. Under the great gravitational pull of Jupiter, tore the comet into 21 pieces, and was eventually swallowed up by Jupiter, smashing out a crater comparable to Earth. Therefore, Jupiter is also known as the protector of the Earth. In addition to Jupiter, the Moon is also Earth's second bodyguard. Although the mass of the Moon is not as good as that of the Earth, it has a very hard appearance. It has resisted the impact of countless asteroids for the Earth. In addition, it is precisely because of the Moon that the Earth's axis of rotation can be stabilized. Without the Moon, the Earth would not have formed ocean currents and monsoons. There will be no such colorful climate change. It is impossible to predict the abundance and diversity of life that we have today. In physics, scientists are most concerned about the exploration of dark matter, because in the universe we can see and touch things, such as planets, buildings, animals, etc. In fact, only 5%, and human beings are almost ignorant of the remaining 95% of invisible matter. Although the current physics has an unprecedented height, most of them have achieved great success, but to some extent. This standard physical model is actually relatively simple, because it can only explain the 5% of ordinary matter that we can see with the naked eye, and for dark matter and dark energy. Completely inexplicable. So what is dark matter? In 192 years, when scientists make observations about the universe, I discovered that there is a strange phenomenon in the universe. They found it in every galaxy. All have a large number of stars, gas and other interstellar dust. But they all have one characteristic. Even the stars revolve around the center of the galaxy. According to the interpretation of Newtonian mechanics, the speed at which matter such as stars rotate around the center of a galaxy, it is related to the mass of the star and the distance from the center of the galaxy. Once the gravitational range of the center of the galaxy is exceeded, stars are supposed to rotate more slowly. Can be found after observation, even beyond the range of gravity at the center of the galaxy. It doesn't matter how far away these stars are from the center of the galaxy. Their rotational speed is almost not far apart. So why is this happening? In addition to excluding some factors of measurement error, scientists have discovered that there may be a problem with one of the parameters. That is the mass of the galaxy. The actual mass of galaxies should be much larger than what we are observing now. That's the only way to explain the large extent of these stars across the galaxy. All are in a state of high-speed rotation, and it's always revolving steadily around the center of the galaxy. To illustrate this phenomenon, scientists have come up with the concept of dark matter. In the general theory of relativity, any celestial body with mass can bend space-time. Even light passing through interstellar space can be curved. Albert Einstein called this phenomenon gravitational penetration. Thus, by tracking the misaligned ray trajectory, it is possible to detect where the dark matter is located. But the truth is that dark matter is too hard to find. Therefore, some scientists have proposed, then create a dark matter yourself. As a result, scientists conducted the largest scientific experiment in the history of mankind. In a tunnel 100 meters deep, a particle accelerator with a length of 27 kilometers was built. The researchers accelerated the two beams of particles to extremely high speeds. This was followed by an impact in a very small space. After a long period of impact, the study found, in the collision of 1 million particles, to generate a dark matter particle that is difficult to find. But in this mysterious universe, dark matter accounts for 23% of the matter in the universe. So why is there so much dark matter in the universe? So the puzzle of dark matter may depend on the development of technology. One day there will be a new answer. Don't blink. What you see in front of you is the photo taken by the star room from the surface of Milwang. It looks like a snail, crawling back and forth on the surface of Milwang, which immediately caused astronomy enthusiasts to speculate, is there really an alien spirit on Milwang? And then let's explore what are the weirdness of Milwang. Myorad is a celestial body located outside the solar system for a deliberate pulse. Scattered with meteorites and asteroids, 7 billion kilometers away from the Sun, it takes more than 5 hours for the Sun's rays to reach this eerie region, so what humans have known about Myouri for a long time is worth it. It wasn't until 1930 that the United States astronomer Toomer discovered it. Initially, scientists calculated that the mass of Myota was comparable to that of Earth. So it is listed as the 9th largest planet in the solar system. But in recent years, with the development of the level of astronomical observations, scientists have discovered that Mangelus is not that big at all, and it is not even as big as the Moon. Moreover, the gravitational pull of Inchi is very weak, only 6% of that of the Earth. As a result, the International Astronomical Union redefined the planet in 2006. It is recommended that the 9 planets of the solar system of Myorinus be classified as dwarf planets. Later, scientists wanted to try using the Hubble telescope to see the true face of Chi-Ming Wang. But it's so far away that it's impossible to see clearly. In order to be able to understand the planet Peninis more deeply, NAS launched the New Horizons probe in 2006. After more than 9 years of trekking, it finally managed to fly to the vicinity of Myoang. And 12,000 kilometers away, the clearest photograph of Myoang ever taken. According to the study, the surface temperature of Mangelus is as low as minus 229 degrees Celsius. It's hell for humans. During this exploration, many scientists believe that the interior of Myoang is very likely to seal an ancient virus from 10,000 years ago. In addition, according to the data sent back by New Horizons, there is a rare frozen garden on the surface of Myota. This strange phenomenon, like this seemingly snail, is actually an iceberg. In our solar system, Myoang's orbit is the slowest. It takes 248 Earth years to rotate 1 week. Although Myouri is smaller in size and less massive, it still has 5 moons. One of the most surprising is that a moon named Cajon and Pluto are locked to each other. There is only one side facing each other all the time. And alas, Star Horizon couldn't stay around Pluto for long, because it carries a limited amount of fuel. Therefore, what we know about Pluto today is really based on pictures and speculation. Maybe just wait for the next dedicated probe to lift off. Only then can the veil of its true being fully lifted by humanity. Can you believe it? This is our home 4.6 billion years ago. At that time, the Earth was still a rock, under the impact and fusion of countless asteroids, before forming a sphere. But at this time, the Earth is full of lava and the temperature is as high as 5,000 degrees Celsius. At this moment, a planet named Tyre suddenly crashed into the Earth. This time the impact nearly reduced the newly formed Earth to ashes. Fortunately, their impact gave birth to the Moon. Since then, the Earth has been affected by the tides of the Moon, and its rotation has gradually declined. The magma also began to slowly cool down. In the early days of the formation of the Earth, He has been constantly hit by asteroids in the vicinity. Their water is also brought to the Earth in a steady stream. This led to a 3-million-year-long peach rain. Since then, the Earth also changed from a fireball to a blue balloon of water. Time came to 2.6 billion years ago. At this time, a large number of cyanobacteria have appeared in the ocean. The photosynthesis they produce causes the Earth's oxygen to rise dramatically. After a long billion, the first precious creatures of the sea appeared. It will be the beginning of life on Earth. Then the day when the Earth passed 1.45 billion years. This is the oldest primitive on Earth. The Rhodian continent gradually formed. In this period between 8 and 550 million years ago, the Earth ushered in a 250 million year long ice period. The temperature is as low as -50 degrees Celsius. Until the aircraft carrier festival 540 million years ago, the Earth was liberated from this darkness and cold. Since then, there has been a dawn on the Earth. At this time, the average surface temperature of the Earth has exceeded 25 degrees Celsius. In just 20 million years, there are countless different kinds of life in the oceans. And by 440 million years ago, Earth's first mass extinction came suddenly. Relentless, super-strong gamma rays have struck the Earth. The catastrophe wiped out 85% of all living things. Until 230 million years ago, large dinosaurs have only just appeared on Earth. Then the Earth faced the detachment of Pangaea, caused an undersea volcanic eruption, causes 76% of living things to die. Thankfully, the dinosaurs survived. After 1 million years of breeding, dinosaurs ushered in their heyday. A new Jurascheme was born. Different types of dinosaurs have also appeared. Ruled the Earth for about 160 million years. Until 65 million years ago, an asteroid with a diameter of 10 kilometers crashed into the Earth. The fifth mass extinction has arrived. 98% of living things died from this catastrophe. Until the period between 23 million and 21.4 million years ago, the Earth is gradually cooling down from this catastrophe. Since then, the Earth has once again entered the Ice Age. But at this time, there was still a familiar creature living in the sea. That's the megalodon. It is 15 meters long. The weight is about 35 tons. It wasn't until 2 million years ago that the earliest hominids on Earth finally appeared. And it grew rapidly over the next few million years. He has a highly developed mind and a strong physique. Eventually dominates the whole world. October 18, 2017. The United States National Space Administration has observed a mysterious interstellar object, suddenly approaching the solar system at a breakneck speed. It immediately attracted the attention of scientists, because its orbital parameters and motion are different from those of other comet zones. After 2 days of detailed investigation, only then did they discover that AO was mysterious and mysterious. One is that it has weird flight tracks. It rushed into the solar system at a speed of about 26 kilometers per second from the sky seat. The perimeter orbit is almost perpendicular to the ecliptic plane. Finally, it passed perihelion and then quickly headed towards the constellation Pegasus. So Oumuamua didn't stay in the solar system for long. It needs to be noted though. Generally, celestial bodies are slowed down by gravity when they fly out of the solar system. However, Oumuamua has an unusual acceleration performance. Also explained. Except for gravity, it may also have non-gravitational acceleration. The reason for the primordial transformation of the Oumuamua is in addition to its material composition. Others call it a fallen starship or an alien spy ship. To this day, although astronomers with telescopes have not been able to capture Oumuamua. However, according to the estimation of Oumuamua's previous flight speed and trajectory, he is now approaching the orbit of Neptune. In order to further study Oumuamua, scientists have come up with a plan to pursue Oumuamua by launching a spacecraft. The launch is planned for 2028. Around 2050, catch up with Oumuamua and take a picture of him. So what kind of celestial body do you think he is? This is the pillar of creation captured by each of the 2 generations of space telescopes. Can you see how they differ? The pillars of creation are real celestial bodies in the universe. It is located in the Eagle Nebula, which is 6,500 light-years away. It is mainly composed of cylindrical interstellar gas and dust. 3 of these giant columnar nebulae are particularly striking. In the background of the vast universe, it is quite far from the momentum of the sky. However, it is clear that the photos taken by the Weibo telescope are much clearer. And in this picture there are countless stars. They're either wearing their teeth covered, or it has become a star cluster. In this nebula, you'll find it covered in countless interstellar dust. These nebulae matter are like a veil. It seems to prevent humans from peering deeper into the universe. These small red dots represent young stars that have just been born. These red lava-like strips are the spews of star formation. All the time, NAS is researching the origin of the pillar of creation. And the footage captured by Weibo will bring us a new understanding. Can you believe it? As soon as this pink planet was discovered, it was favored by countless girls. Astronomers used telescopes in 2013 to observe the pink planet in the Chygo galaxy. It is about 60 light-years away from Earth. It orbits a parent star called GJ504. Scientists named the pink planet GJ504. Moreover, it is also a gaseous moment planet, with a surface temperature of about 237 degrees Celsius. It is about the same size as Jupiter and weighs 4 times as much. This planet is very beautiful because of its appearance. To the naked eye, it looks pink all over. Like a girl. Very delicate and beautiful. Exudes youthful vigor. It is loved by girls. That's why it's also called Girls' Planet. But the reason why it shows a brilliant pink color. This is due to the fact that planets usually have higher temperatures when they are formed. After a few 100 million years, the temperature will drop. And the pink planet is only 160 million years old. Compared to the 4.6 billion-year-old Earth. It's definitely a girl's teen. How did we know that the Andromeda Galaxy was going to collide with the Milky Way? In fact, there are frequent collisions between galaxies in the universe. Southern Observatory in Europe. Scientists have discovered that 2 galaxies collide in the constellation 89 million light-years away from the Milky Way. And this collision has continued. For 40 million years, we look at it from the perspective of other planets. Galactic collisions will be completely merged. Because of this, our terrestrial telescopes are not able to observe the performance of the flames. So it doesn't pose a threat anywhere on the planet. Or even an explosive galaxy collision. Due to the distance between us. So it doesn't affect us. Of course. The collision between the Andromeda Galaxy and the Milky Way occurred in the local galaxy. If the collision is too violent, maybe we're in danger. Let's say they approach at a speed of 240 kilometers per second. When approaching, the speed reaches 600 kilometers per hour. Then they collided with each other at a speed of more than 1,000 kilometers per second. Then the result is fatal. It no longer produces any tidal core elements. A stellar collision will have a chain reaction. It is even possible to throw the Earth, located in the solar system, into space in 2 billion years. The Milky Way will approach the Andromeda Galaxy. The disk of the galaxy will become significantly larger. After 3.75 billion years, the Andromeda Galaxy will occupy people's vision. The Andromeda Galaxy can be clearly observed by humans. 4 billion years later, Andromeda will be stretched by the tides. The Milky Way will begin to bend. This is the first time they will have a head-on collision. Will completely destroy the spiral structures in both galaxies. And a startling tidal tail occurs. This process will continue into 1 billion years. About 6 billion years have passed. Only then will the 2 galaxies truly merge into a galaxy. But don't worry too much. Because the Sun will become a wind giant in 5 billion years. At that time, the Earth was no longer suitable for human life. There is also the question of whether human beings can be fearless in 4 billion years. On October 18, 2017, the Haleakala Observatory in the Hawaiian Islands observed a mysterious interstellar object suddenly approaching the solar system at a rapid speed, which immediately attracted the attention of scientists because its orbital parameters and motion are very different from other asteroids. After 2 days of careful observation, it was found that the mysterious object has a unique shape. The shape of the machine is like a giant cigar, and it is known that most of the asteroids exist in a near-circular manner, but this mysterious object is different. It is about 400 meters long and about 40 meters wide, and its appearance is red because of these peculiarities. Some speculate that it may be an alien spacecraft, and secondly, through observations. This mysterious object also has a strange flight trajectory, which is also what puzzles scientists. Under normal circumstances, all celestial bodies flying out of the solar system are affected by the sun's gravitational pull and are bound to slow down. But it has an anomalous acceleration behavior, which means that there may be some mysterious force other than gravity. Give it a steady stream of boosts. However, some scientists have come up with different opinions on this, and guess that there should be frozen nitrogen substances in Oumuamua. The closer you are to the sun, the stronger the light. It will volatilize to generate thrust. Thus an acceleration is obtained. That's the only way to go. To be able to explain the anomalous behavior of acceleration and deceleration in the solar system. Unfortunately, until October 2018, scientists have been unable to capture Oumuamua through telescopes. It was calculated. Oumuamua was between Jupiter and Mars in October 18, and estimated that he would reach Neptune in 4 years, and flew towards the sunny sky. Thereupon, United States Space Program Corporation said, they will launch a probe in 2028, and take advantage of the gravitational slingshot effect of the planets. We'll catch up with Oumuamua in 2050. Then we will be able to see him in real form. What you see before your eyes is the pillar of creation. It was transmitted back to Earth by the Microwave Space Telescope on October 19, 2022. These towering columnar structures are pictured. It is composed of interstellar dust and gas. The length of the entire column is about 4 light-years away. In these dense structures, there are so many points of light. This is the travel area of active stars. Maybe you're witnessing the birth of these stars right now. That's why it's also called the Pillar of Creation. From this photo, we can see that the image on the left was taken by the Hubble telescope. It was clear that the images taken by the Hubble telescope were rather dull. And the pillars are not transparent. Blocks out the bright spots of other stars. The right side is different. These beautiful nebulae and large and small flashes can be clearly seen in the photo. But here, the same graveyard of the stars. It is also the place where the stars are reborn. But be aware. This pillar of creation is located within the Eagle Nebula, 6,500 light-years from Earth. Now all we see is what it looked like 6,500 years ago. To be exact. Now it's possible that it doesn't exist anymore. Discovered through the efforts of astronomers. It is possible that the pillars of creation have been disturbed by the surrounding supernova explosions. It is possible that it has been destroyed. But because it's so far away from us, this phenomenon of destruction, it will take at least 1,000 years later. Humans can only observe it on Earth. The predecessor of the Pillar of Creation was originally a massive star. But because the hydrogen bomb inside it burned out. In the end, in an explosive way, this circle and the bright starry sky adds a touch of beauty. Why is there a red moon in the sky? Is there something unusual about this? As we all know, the moon itself does not emit light. And we can see the moon because of the moon's reflection of the sun's light. The Earth did not block the sun's rays, but this time it was different. The reason why the moon is dark red. That's because the Earth is in a straight line with the sun and the moon. And the Earth happens to be right in the middle. When sunlight hits the Earth, we all know that sunlight has 7 colors. Red light has the longest wavelength and blue light has the shortest wavelength, which is why the rainbow is formed. It is precisely because of this time that the sunlight is blocked by the Earth, and the rest of the afterglow is just refracted to the moon. You can understand that red light is the farthest run. So these faint rays of light only reach the surface of the moon in red. That's why the moon is dark red. This is a natural phenomenon, and don't be superstitious. Some people will say that this may mean some sign coming. For example, the presence of wolves, or even the outbreak of tsunami floods. Not really. It's just a natural wonder. Don't be superstitious. Recently, the United States and NASA observed an asteroid with a diameter of 1.5 kilometers, numbered 2022 P7, which may enter the Earth's orbit according to its orbit, and is the most threatening potential object to the Earth discovered in the past 8 years. There are more than 1 million asteroids in our solar system, most of which orbit within the planetary generations of Mars and Jupiter, and there are about 500,000 asteroids here. Scientists believe that any near-Earth asteroid with a diameter of more than 1 kilometer can be considered a planet killer, and its impact on the Earth could bring devastating disasters to life on Earth. On February 15, 2013, an asteroid with a diameter of 17 meters was discovered over Chelyabinsk, Russia, and was crashing into Earth. If it succeeds in hitting the ground, its explosive power is equivalent to 500,000 tons of TNT equivalent. Fortunately, the asteroid was not far from the Earth and suddenly disintegrated in the air. Although double asteroid redirection tests have been tested so that they can be used to change the orbit of asteroids to protect the Earth. But in reality, if an asteroid is too large, it is difficult to change its orbit from the point of view of the current technology. It was 65 million years ago. There is an asteroid with a diameter of 10 kilometers. Hit the Yucatan Half-Head in Mexico. The impact not only created a crater with a diameter of 170 kilometers, and triggered a tsunami of up to 1,500 meters. At the same time, it also allows a large amount of dust to enter the atmosphere. All the rock dust completely obscured the sunlight. Severely disrupts the growth of plants. This, in turn, leads to the disintegration of the entire ecosystem. The dinosaurs went extinct as a result. Let's talk about it. On July 17, 1994, a comet, codenamed S-29, suddenly crashes into Jupiter. Right now, led by NASA of United States, all ground-based telescopes were mobilized, including the Haber Space Telescope and Voyager 1 in flight. Observe the entire impact event. The comet eventually dispersed into 21 asteroids hit Jupiter. Its explosive yield is 6 trillion tons of celestial bodies. The hole smashed out is the same as the Earth. Suppose this is an impact on the Earth. On the last day of life. What do you want to do? The universe has been around for 13.8 billion years since the Big Bang. So why haven't you been exposed to aliens so far? In 1950, physicist Fermi came up with a conjecture. Where would they be, if any? Presently, the universe we observe is 93 billion light-years. In a human-observable universe, there are also 200 billion galaxies similar to the Milky Way by the most conservative estimates. And on average, there are at least 200 billion stars in each galaxy. Let's assume that every star has at least one rock star. Then there are at least 400 trillion rocky planets in the universe. And is a band located in the main star. The surface temperature is comparable to that of the Earth. Even in the universe, the conditions under which planets give birth to life are extremely harsh. But in the face of a huge base, these low-force events will also emerge in large numbers. So why haven't we found the aliens yet? The current mainstream of the scientific community is: since the Big Bang, the universe has been expanding at an accelerated pace. In the 13.8 billion years of the universe's history, scientists estimate that multicellular life will be at least on rocky planets. It also takes at least 41 years for advanced intelligent life to take shape. So it is possible that this is the beginning of the emergence of intelligent life. And we humans can be regarded as the first intelligent life in the universe. But compared to the vastness of the universe, in the early days, the planet was not the only planet that was also home to life. At least the last planet was home to life. It would not be surprising if there was an advanced civilization that preceded the Earth's civilization by hundreds of millions of years. It is likely that their technology has been able to cross the galaxy, then. So why hasn't it reached Earth yet? There's only one way to explain it. Maybe no matter how science goes, the inconvenience of the speed of light is the eternal law of the universe. There is no support in the universe for any kind of behavior that travels faster than the speed of light. 10,000 light-years is for all intelligent life. It is an insurmountable chasm,